Hello everyone. On behalf of Renewable Energy Study Group, I welcomes you to everyone. So basically, in the lecture number one of a financial modeling of 10 kilowatt of a solar system, part one, we have covered what are the different parameters that are required when we are actually designing the financial modeling for a solar system. I just recommended to watch the first video of the financial modeling for the 10 kilowatt of a solar system. The link of the particular video has been given in the description box. Just go to the description box, just click on the particular link and watch the first part of the financial modeling. Then you're going to start in the second part of the financial modeling over here. I just summarize in the short parameter over here. In the financial modeling of 10 kilowatt capacity of solar power plant of the 100% equity and the 0% load model, we have started. First parameter, we have chosen the operational parameter, which consisting of date of commissioning, plant capacity, annual generation, plant load factor and the PPA term we have considered. Second parameter, we have considered how much percentage we are taking the depth over here and how much percentage of equity we are taking over here. Third parameter, we have decided what is the electricity pricing will be there and what is the project funds are being required over here. Next parameter we have discussed regarding the operation and maintenance parameter, escalation in the price of operation and maintenance, depreciation rates considering the book depreciation, normal rate of depreciation and the accelerated rate of the depreciation. And lastly, we have considered the percentage of the taxes, that is the corporate tax and the minimum alternate tax we have chosen. Now in the second part of the financial modeling, we're going to consider the profit and loss account statement for the 10 kilowatt of a modeling. So basically, whenever we are doing the financial modeling, we have to do the modeling for the 25 years of the span, because the warranty period and the particular lifetime of a solar panels are actually for the 25 years. So that is why we have to consider what are the revenue we are generating, what are the expenses are there under the operation and maintenance parameter that we have to calculate for the 25 years of the span actually. So one by one, in the first row, we're going to proceed for this. In the profit and loss account statement, we're going to consider first the revenue generation, then we're going to proceed for the expenses which are there in the solar power plant. So basically in the revenue, in the first row, I'm going to start with this 0, that is the date of commissioning, from which year we are starting. And this is the first financial year, second financial year, third financial year, likewise. I just particularly select this particular row and just move this row up to the last point, that is a 25 years of the span. So likewise we have to count first, that is a 0 is the date of commissioning, 1, 2, 3 is the subsequent dates of the financial years that we are considering over here. Next we're going to write here the date at which we are starting our solar power plant. We are starting the solar power plant at the date of a commissioning of 1st of January 2020. Just go on the step number 1 over here, write equal to symbol and select this particular cell from this. Once we have selected this row, the date will be copied over here, that is the 1st of January 2020. We are starting the solar power plant. The first financial year is coming on 31st of March basically. 31st of March 2020 is the first financial year is coming for the solar power plant. Then we have to calculate the second financial year. For writing the date of the second financial year and displaying the same 31st of March 2021, 31st of March 2022. So likewise we are using the formula over here. For writing the formula, we first write here as a equal to symbol. Equal to we are writing over here. We are using the date parameter over here. In the date parameter, we have to mention the year from which year we are taking the reference. So let's say this year we are taking the reference from first financial year. Once we have written over here as a date, that is a year we have selected, plus 1. It means that the logic we are developing here, that at every iteration, the whatever the year is going to get display over here, actually it is adding as a 1 over here. That is in addition of a 1, the subsequent years will going to be get displayed in the Excel sheet over here. Third, that is the month of March need to be displayed, and that too 31st of March need to be displayed for us, and enter over here. So we can write 31st of March 2021, just pull this particular cell up to the 25 years of the span over here likewise. So we came to know 31st of March 2044 is the last date for the solar power plant, and the subsequent 25 years of the span actually we have to calculate the financial modeling or the profit and loss account statement over here. Next we need to consider the year fraction over here. It means that our solar power plant is injecting the power inside the grid on the 1st of January 2021, but in the calculation of profit and loss account statement we have to consider the financial year over here. So that is why from the 1st of January 2021 up to 31st of March 2020, basically what is the year fraction will be there, that we have to consider over here. Like that, for calculating the year factor we need to write the equal to the number of days from 1st of January 2020 up to 31st of March 2020 are the total 90 days are there, out of 365 days are there actually. So we are formulating the formula over here. 90 by 365 we are getting 0.25 is the first year of the year fraction we are going to consider over here. And from next year onward there is only a year fraction of 1. It means that the whole financial year from the 1st of April up to 31st of March of the corresponding year, that we are going to be considering over here actually. Once we are gone through this year fraction parameter, then the next parameter will be the annual generation. What the solar power plant is annually generating its energy yield, that we have to mention over here actually. So basically on the first financial year, if we see at the starting of the particular solar power plant, on an average electricity generation is 14,600. This we have calculated with the help of the formula in the part number 1 of the financial modeling. Just going to select this particular cell. So we can copy this particular 14,600 annual yield energy generation over the subsequent cell actually. But when we see, whenever we are considering the typical financial year from 31st of March 2019 up to 31st of March 2020, solar is injecting the electricity into the grid and actually earning the profit from the 1st of January 2020. So we have to multiply by the year fraction when we are calculating what is the annual generation in the first financial year and enter over here. So we came to know in the first financial year we have to consider 3600 kilowatt hour of the unit generated in the consideration of the profit and loss account statement over here. In the second year, that is the second financial year, the whole amount of the electricity will going to get generated. So we just copy this particular value 14,600 in this typical kind of a cell over here. From the third financial onwards, we have to consider the pattern of the degradation of the solar panels actually. As we know, as the solar panel is getting degraded by some amount of a time, like in the first 10 year it will going to get degrade its performance by 90%, and after 11th year up to the 25 year it will going to get degrade its performance by the again 80%. So overall steep decrease in the value of the 20% in the performance parameter we have to consider. For the calculation of the annual generation actually, we have to multiply it by deration factor of the plant load factor actually. And this deration factor we came to know from the data sheet of the solar power plant actually. So formulating the formula for the subsequent deration of the annual energy yield generation actually, we have to write the formula over here. And for that we have to take a reference of the last year. So we have to select this particular amount of a cell over here. So the equal to and select this particular cell multiplied by, in a bracket we have to consider or we have to apply a logic that 1 minus, if we have to count how many number of the years we need to consider actually. Count the number of the years within the 10 years, then multiplied by the derating factor of 0.68%, and if it is more than 10 years, then multiplied by the factor of 0.7% over here. So for that we have to apply a logic in such a way that according to that we have to construct the formula. Taking a reference of the last financial year value multiplied by the 1 minus of if count we need to start from the date of a commissioning, and from the same date of a commissioning actually we have to apply a logic from the subsequent counting position over here. So this date of a commissioning for every iteration will be same over here. So that is why we have to fix this value with the help of this symbol or the dollar symbol over here and bracket complete. So basically every iteration and the every year we have to compare the typical year from the date of a commissioning. If this value is less than 10 years, then we have to consider the duration factor of 0.68%. So we have to put this particular cell and select this cell, comma. If the logic is false, then we have to consider the value of 0.7% over here. Likewise, and bracket complete. So basically when we apply a logic over here, the 0.68 for the 10 years, the value will be common. 0.7% for the 11th to up to 25 year value will be common. So that is why we have to fix this value with the help of this symbol. That is a dollar symbol. We are fixing any of a cell that we want to fix in the typical kind of a Excel sheet actually, and enter. So we came to know on the third financial year, annual generation has been decreased from 14,600 kilowatt hour from the 14,501 kilowatt hour. Just select the particular cell, pull this particular corner up to the 25 years of the span. So we came to know at the 25th year we are actually getting 12,444 kilowatt hour of the energy over here actually. So likewise, typical annual generation actually we can calculate with the help of this formula. Next we have to consider what is the tariff rate at which we are calculating the revenue generation. So basically the tariff rate is 9.75%. This typical rate, the utility is supplying the electricity currently in the situation actually for the site that we have selected. So we have to select this particular 9.75. In the escalation in the price of a tariff actually it is 3%. Every year the grid tariff rate will going to get increased by a 3% that we have taken over here. So we have to apply a logic in a such a way that we have to take a reference of the earlier tariff rate, bracket 1 plus at which rate the escalation will be there in the tariff is actually 3%. So select this particular annual escalation in the grid tariff rate over here and select this particular cell and bracket complete. So basically we are using this 3% tariff rate escalation for the 25 years of the span over here. That is why we have to fix this value with the help of this symbol actually. So this typical 3% cell will be common for all the iteration. Select the typical cell and pull this column up to the 25 years of the span. So likewise we can calculate the tariff rate and the escalation in the price of a tariff rate in the span of the 25 years over here actually. Then we have to consider the total revenue generation by the solar power plant. Total revenue generation is simple, nothing but the annual generation multiplied by the tariff rate at which we are multiplying it. So the first financial year we are generating the revenue of 35,100 over here. Just pull this particular cell up to the 25 years of the span over here, and from this every subsequent year what amount of revenue we are generating actually that we can say. Second financial year we are generating 1,46,621 rupees of the revenue. Third financial year we are generating 1,49,922 rupees. That much amount of revenue we are generating, and subsequently 25 years of the span we can calculate with the help of this formula over here. Once we have calculated the revenue generation, we need to proceed for the expenses in the solar power system. So basically wherever any solar power developer is installing the solar power plant in the customer rooftop area, there is a responsibility of a solar power developer to bear the operation and maintenance of 5 years, or to give the operation and maintenance of the 5 years and the free of cost over here. And after the 6th years onward actually the customer have to pay whatever the maintenance parameters are there over here actually. So up to the 5 years the maintenance parameter will be 0 over here, but from the 6th year onward we have to consider the maintenance parameter we have considered in the step number 1, that is a 5% of the total cost of the system, which is 26,000. Select this particular cell and enter over here. So basically every year there is a hike in the price of the operation and maintenance also, or we can say there is a escalation in the prices of the operation and maintenance objects that we were selecting. So that is why we have to consider what hike will be there in the 3% parameter up to the 25 years of the span over here. For writing the formula, select the particular sale, that is the last year, multiplied by 1 plus 3% of the escalation in the operation and maintenance. Select this particular sale over here and bracket complete. We have to fix this particular 3% for the all the calculation because the sale will be common for selection. So enter. Pull this particular sale up to the 25 years of the span. From this you can calculate what is the subsequent operation and maintenance cost will be there from the 6th year, 7th year, 8th year, 9th years onwards likewise, considering the hike in the prices of the operation and maintenance by 3% over here. Typically in the expenses parameter, we have to consider what are the interest on the term loan that we are filling actually. But in this case, the model we have selected is the capex model we have selected, and that too the 100% of the equity and 0% of the loan investment model we have selected. So the interest on the term loan parameter will be 0 over here. Just pull this particular sale up to 25 year and copy this sale over here. Once we have done with the operation and maintenance parameter and the interest on the term loan over here, then we have to consider total expenses in the subsequent typical financial year over here actually. Total expenses is nothing but the sum of all these parameter, operation and maintenance plus interest parameter, and enter. Pull this particular sale up to the 25 years of the span. So the addition of these two parameter will be done over here actually. Once we have calculated the total revenue generated, once we have calculated the total expenses in the system, then we have to calculate what exactly profit we are generating before paying the taxes actually. So the profit before the tax we can calculate simply total revenue minus the total expenses from the system over here. So in the first financial year, we are generating the profit before tax as 35,100 rupees. Up to the subsequent 25 years of the span, we can generate this much amount of the profit over here actually. After the 6 years onwards, by deducting the operation and maintenance parameter, there is a slight decrease in the profit has been happened, but after subsequent year actually, we can recover the cost of these also. So likewise in the profit and loss account statement, we have to focus on the total revenue generated, total expenses that we are doing in the system considering the operation and maintenance parameter. So basically likewise we can calculate the profit and loss account statement by using this Excel sheet. Thank you for watching the video and thank you for your time.